friend. Welcome back to Lead with Spark. I'm Lynsey Mulder, and before we dive in today, I want to start with an invitation. This is a real one, not a subscribe to my newsletter or anything like that. This is an actual invitation to an actual place with your name on it. This October 15th through the 18th, my co-facilitator, Paula Shannon, and I are hosting the Audaciously Unapologetic Retreat at Savannah Wellness Resort and Spa in Carefree, Arizona. It's 4 days built around 3 things: clarity, confidence, and connection. 4 days of coaching, sound baths, private dinners under the desert sky, and a curated circle of women who get it. Women who are done running on fumes and ready to lead at full power. Here's who this is for. You're the one that everyone leans on. You're accomplished, you're capable, and somewhere along the way, you became the person who holds everything for everyone. If that's you, and if something in you knows that you are at an inflection point, I want you to go to audaciouslyunapologetic.com. It's by application only. We're capping out the number of attendees because we're building this circle with intention. You can apply right there or schedule a chat with me first if you want to talk through. No pressure, just a conversation. It's going to be room to breathe, space to lead, and that is my promise to you. Okay, now let's get into today's episode because it's connecting exactly to why Paula and I built this retreat in the first place. Welcome to the Lead with Spark podcast, the show where real women lead with authenticity, show up with presence, and live out their purpose. I'm Lynsey Mulder, speaker, C-suite executive, family gal, travel junkie, and a firm believer that your leadership starts from within. Around here, we go beyond the fluff. We talk about the real stuff no one teaches you in leadership training. Your values, your superpower strengths, boundaries to stop burnout, and how to quit being the chaos coordinator of your own life. Whether you're building a business, leading a team, or just trying to stop feeling stuck in the daily grind, this is your space to get clear, get aligned, and finally lead with confidence. So let's cut the noise and reconnect with the spark that makes you, you. Let's go get our spark on. I want to ask you a question, and I want you to answer it honestly, even if it's just in your own head while you're driving or folding laundry or pretending to listen to me and you're actually on a conference call. When someone on your team is struggling, what's your first instinct? Do you coach them through it? Or do you just quietly take the thing and do it yourself? Yeah, I saw that. I see you. Today, I want to talk about what I call the Lifeguard trap. It's something that Paul and I keep coming back to in our conversations. And honestly, it might be the single most expensive habit in your leadership style. Not expensive in dollars, expensive in you. Here's the metaphor I want you to think about. And once you hear it, you're not going to be able to unhear it. A lifeguard's job is to jump in and pull people out of the water. And when you're drowning, we are so thankful for lifeguards, right? But here's the thing. If the lifeguard jumps in every single time that anyone is struggling in the water, then nobody will ever learn to swim. And the lifeguard, she is going to be exhausted. She's soaking wet all day, every single day, rescuing people who were 3 feet from the wall. A swim coach does something different. A swim coach stands on the deck. They watch the strokes and they say, try it again, reach further this time. The swimmer gets stronger. The coach stays dry and the pool doesn't fall apart when the coach takes a day off. Paula spent 17 years in senior and C-suite leadership, including leading organizations through real crisis. And she'll tell you her own reckoning came when she realized that she had built her whole leadership identity around rescuing, holding everything, being that one person. And I recognized it instantly because I've done the same thing. In the C-suite role that I had and in my business, and let's be honest, at home raising 4 kids, rescuing does feel like leadership and it looks like dedication and it's quietly draining the life out of you. So here's the real problem, that hidden commitment. And this is where it gets interesting because the answer is not just delegate more. If it were that easy, you would have done it already because you're brilliant. You've read the books, you've done the things. The reason that you keep jumping in the water is that underneath the behavior, there's a hidden commitment. Somewhere along the way, you made a deal with yourself that sounds something like, if I'm the one who saves the day, then I am valuable. If everything runs through me, then I matter here. If I stop holding it all, then it's going to fall apart. And if it doesn't fall apart, well, what does that say about me? Ouch. I know. Sit with that for a second. That's me. I'm sure that that's you too. And that's the big assumption running underneath all of that over-functioning. And you can't out-schedule it. You cannot out-delegate it, and no productivity system on earth will fix it. Because it's not a calendar problem, it's an identity problem. At the retreat, we are actually going to be mapping this out with a framework that gives you an X-ray of exactly this pattern. And I've watched it change how women lead in a single afternoon. But you can start today, right where you are. I want to talk about 3 shifts that you can make this week. Shift number 1, catch the rescue reflex. For the next week, just notice, every time you're about to take something off someone's plate, pause and ask yourself, is this person actually drowning, or are they 3 feet from the wall? You don't have to change anything yet because awareness comes first. You will be stunned at how many times a day that reflex fires. And then there's shift number 2. Trade the rescue for a question. When someone brings you a problem, instead of saying, I'll handle it, try asking a question. What have you already tried? Or what do you think the next move is? Just one question. That's the whole shift. You just went from lifeguard to swim coach. And that person just got a little bit stronger because you stayed on the deck. Shift number 3 is remember that every yes is a no. Every time that you say yes to rescuing someone else, you're saying no to something. Usually it's your own priorities or your own growth or your own rest. So before the next yes leaves your mouth, ask yourself, what am I saying no to right now? Because your team doesn't need you to hold every single thing. They need you to build something that lasts. And here's the truth underneath all of this. Your value was never in rescuing. It never was. Your value is in your clarity, your voice, and what you build in other people. The women that I know who make this shift, they don't become less essential. They become more influential. There's a difference, and it changes everything. And if today's episode hits a little bit close to home, that is exactly why the Audaciously Unapologetic Retreat exists. 4 days in the Arizona desert this October to get honest about your patterns. Find your voice again and connect with the women who will become your personal board of directors long after you fly home. You will grow as a leader and reset as a woman because you deserve both. So head over to audaciouslyunapologetic.com to apply and set time to chat with me. I would truly love to talk with you about it. Until next time, lead with spark and stay off the lifeguard stand and be audaciously unapologetic. I'll see you soon. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for being here and for doing the work to lead yourself first. If this episode sparked something for you, take a second to subscribe, leave a review, or share it with another woman who's ready to own her leadership. And remember, the way you lead your life is the way you lead everything else. If you or your organization are looking for a speaker, an impactful workshop, or an executive coach, head over to lynseyMolder.com and let's connect. Keep showing up. Keep leading with spark. You got this. I'll see you next time.